Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel and thank you for stopping by. Hope your day is going great. So this is going to be a quick little discussion video, just showing off some cool stuff I've seen on the theisle Discord. And I'm also going to discuss a little bit about diets and how I think they can actually be improved overall for each playable. So to kick things off with, as you've seen in the thumbnail, Baryonyx with Spino comparison. This surprised me because obviously we know we're going to be getting Bary, well, I say soon, but it's in this current phase of dinos that are coming out. Like we're going to be getting Trike now, then Rex, well, kind of together, I guess, as they'll be separate in the whole test. First Trike, then Rex, then they'll be put in together, and then they'll be released. And then after that will be most likely Allo, followed by then could be Kentro, Ostro, Bary, any of those. Hopefully I'm not missing any. And yeah, but Spino isn't something that's actually on there, but I'm starting to see quite a lot on Spino, which leads me to believe quite a lot that Spino will be the next Apex. And I do think Spino is definitely going to be one of those. I mean, it'll be a great contender for Dino in terms of the waters, even for Rex on land. And yeah, but anyway, let's get down to this image here. Not much to say apart from it looks amazing. I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled to see this. You can see the size comparison there. The models are beautiful. The colors, Spino, I like the updated version of it. I think it actually looks better than the one even in Legacy. And that one looked great as well, in my opinion. But this is just a better version. Looks a bit bulkier, which I kind of like. And its tail, you can tell it's kind of a bit more made for swimming. I know it's not quite the most accurate version of Spino there is, but then Spino always changes. But either way, I know the game's kind of meant to be on the realistic side, but at the same time, we've had stuff like hypos in the game, you know, it's never going to be truly 100% realistic, especially with how much dinosaurs always change. They might make an accurate one now, and in 2 years' time, it's going to change quite a lot. And Spino, if you follow it, over the last years, it has changed a lot, so I mean, even Jurassic Park, for God's sake, it's not doing an accurate Spino, right? But yeah, really cool image. Really nice to see this. What do you guys think about it? Does it get you hyped for it? Even though I know it's not going to be something that's technically around the corner, but still makes me happy. Next one, Spino and Rex. Equally as impressive. Now, it's a little gif of them just kind of looking at each other, them turning around, showing you off the battle that you know you're going to have if you're playing one of these bad boys. Like, this is going to be something for sure that's going to happen, and it's nice to see that you got Rex there about to bite the shit out of Spino, and Spino is like, I'm going to clap you with my claws. This is raw power against bleed, you know? Spino's kind of in the middle, like you're going to have Giga, which is definitely more on the bleed side. Rex is raw power. Spino's kind of in the middle, not best at either of them, even though it has the semi-aquatic side, so it has the ability to escape a bit better or surprise you a bit better, let's say. But it can definitely still do a lot of damage to both and win a fight against either Rex or Giga, even with it being kind of in some sort of disadvantage. But we'll see, who knows how it's going to come out. In Legacy, there's only a sandbox version now, so obviously it's not as clean and polished as, let's say, the T Rex in Legacy. But Spino's definitely something you have to be careful with. It can take down Rexes, but Rexes can take down Spinos. And this is just such a cool gift to see. I didn't think we'd be seeing anything like this in quite some time, at least until we know Spino's coming next, let's say. Really nice. And one little thing I just wanted to say, some of you may know, some of you may not know, that in the horde test, at least currently whilst I'm recording this, Trike is not in the horde test. Maybe by the time this video comes out it will be. So hopefully this doesn't turn out to be actually different, but what my point is, as you can see on this GIF here, we've got the famous skin that a lot of people have been liking, that we've seen for some time now, and it's not in the horde test. It's not one of the patterns we have. In pattern A and B and C, they're very different, but they're not this. And I would love to see this variation of Trike to come in. Maybe a pattern D, or maybe they swap out one of the other patterns. It's kind of a shame not to see this, because it would have made it quite different and unique, because I think some dinos are now kind of becoming a bit samey in terms of color palettes and stuff. Not that I expect to see vibrance all the time, but maybe something a bit different. And I think just the art on this Trike alone is quite different. But yeah. And when it comes to the diets, my idea was, which I think is quite a good idea, do leave your comments down below, of course, about this, but I do believe that old dinosaurs should have different diets as they grow. So a juvenile to, let's say, your sub-adult, let's say, to your adult stage, I think your diet should progress, especially if you're, let's say, a small T-Rex. If you have Diablo on your diet, unless you're going to find, obviously, a juvenile Diablo like yourself when you spawn in, you ain't going to have a good time hunting them, are you? Now, yes, you can scavenge a little bit. Every predator can scavenge a little bit. But just kind of like herbivores have, let's say, the mushrooms in the sanctuary when they're small, and then they kind of grow out of that diet where they can still eat it, but it's not going to give them anything. And then they grow into the other diets. I think predators should have the same thing. but both of them can be defined more. I think 3 stages would be kind of good, where let's say a T-Rex might want to hunt Hypsies, Dryos, Troodons when it's small, and when it gets bigger it can start looking for more Omnis, maybe Cerato when it's a bit more in the subadult stage. Of course, when it's adult, anything is fair game, but it's going to need a large amount of food to sustain itself, so that's when Trike can come in on its diet. And same as Trike, it can start off with just brooms, get on some bigger plants when it's about subadult, and then when it's full adult, it can go for something that's a bit more sustainable for it, maybe some bigger bushes. Same can go for any playable in the game. And the reason why I say this is because of this image here. Now it might be a bit hard to see, and of course don't take this as this is exactly how it's gonna be. A lot's gonna change, I'm sure about this, but on the diet of T-Rex here, as you can see, it was from one of the streams, I think Dondi or one of the devs may have been streaming, and as you can see Crab is on there. I don't know why Crab would be on there, but it's there. Hypsilophodon is there, deer. Now I didn't watch the stream, so of course, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. And even if this is currently the diet that was meant to be there, maybe it's not just an accident that it's there, because you know they're still working on it. Even if it comes in with this, I think this would be a great diet for a small T-Rex for sure, but the rest of that space, like Hypsy, it's just pointless to see it there even when you're an adult, right? It's just takes up space. Just I think Triceratops shouldn't even be there when small, because at the end of the day you can get the organs anyway, right? So you can always get your S, your lines, your dots through organs, through any dino that you eat. But when you're gonna be bigger, your diet should mirror what you want to hunt, right? As a predator, not just be like, oh well, you could have had Dryo once, because a Dryo ain't gonna feed an adult T-Rex. I just feel like it's kind of pointless to even see it there. Not to mention that they're very rare anyway, same as Hypsy as well, and crabs. Boar, yeah, okay, boar could be good for your juveniles and your subadults, but again, for adults, you'd need more like kennel AI or actual players to sustain yourself. So yeah, that's my little take on there. I would kind of like to just sum it up as you grow older, you would literally see the diet list change, where things will just appear and disappear depending on your growth. I think it's more clear, right? Especially for newer players as well. If you're going to see that this is what I should be hunting when I'm this growth, then that's what I'm going to go for. You're going to search for it. Even though it's always difficult, and I've always said this, the more dinos we're going to get in the game, the harder it's always going to be to sustain a diet. Yes, it's good that we've got organs as predators, because you technically don't ever have to go specifically for your diet. You can just get the organs, even though obviously the raw meat from the animals will fill you up more. So it'll be always nice if you can get something that's an S for you. They can eat the meat instead of just the organs themselves, because it'll fill you up, especially the bigger that you're going to be. But it'll be kind of nice to know that, okay, as an adult T-Rex, I should hunt X, Y, and Z, because that's relatively my size, or mid-tier, let's say. So that would make more sense. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. That was just a quick little chat about this. Just had some ideas that I just wanted to throw out there, and of course share these cool images that some of you may not have seen. So yeah, apart from that, have a great day. Hopefully Trike is out. If it's not, then hopefully any day now. But have a great day and peace.